Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff Olson. I want to thank you for your time tonight. We're going to do something a little bit different. Normally on our Freedom Revolution calls, we have just live people sharing our story. I'm going to share with you some slides this evening. I shared these thoughts a few weeks ago in Dallas and got some good response, so I thought I'd kind of test drive it out here virtually tonight with you. What I want to just briefly cover is, our offerings, our goods, around who we are in terms of a what, how we get that what out into the world through our 1099 independent contractor vehicle, and then kind of wrap up with kind of a macro kind of economy. Why now? Why bother? What are maybe some things that provide a tailwind to this opportunity? We all started out in a conversation. So if you're tuning in, you were probably invited here by someone who thought there may be something of value for you here. If you see something you like, if you see your story and my story, or you want to kind of poke the bear a little more, I invite you to get with the person that invited you and really kind of go deep, do your homework, do your due diligence, and poke the bear, as I like to say, because I think what you'll find is, or at least what I found 18 years ago, as I kind of went through years and years of kind of some skepticism. It took me a while. I had to marinate in this conversation, but what I found is this is kind of the Velveteen Rabbit. It's the real deal. It's a real company in the real world, making a real difference, one person at a time. And they've got some goods and services and products and ideas and approaches that really stand unique out in the marketplace of ideas. So I'm going to come at it just from some slides. I'm a picture guy. So, the world has changed. The way people earn income has changed. Technology is driving a lot of innovation. And so we've got, our company is involved in what we call a healthy living revolution. This series is a freedom revolution series, trying to show people a way, to kind of design and create more in their life with some economic flexibility. And I'm going to, sort of introduce this idea of agency revolution, ownership revolution, owning a piece of the American dream. And, imagine we're, meeting each other at a cocktail party, or we're, grabbing a Starbucks and say, hey, I think we're the Apple of health food. We lead the industry. We're the most widely consumed in our category. We have scientific rigor that backs us up. We offer free product to kids, the largest of its kind in the world, one of the best customer retention rates in the world. It's one thing to get a customer, completely different thing to retain that customer. That's good business. We're going after a huge market, $4+ trillion market. We work with a private company as independent agents. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They only work with independent agents. They only work with independent contractors, and they offer a full healthcare benefits package. I don't know of another company that does that with independent contractors. It's a trending company. It's a timely company, and it's timeless. The problems that we address were problems 25 years ago. They're problems today. They're going to be problems tomorrow, out to 5, 10, 20 years as well. We're growing fun, fast, and built to last. We've had our best year in 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. We've got momentum, and we've created more 5, 6, and 7-figure income earners than anyone else, in our industry. Now, that's just kind of the resume. And if that doesn't say, yeah, that sounds pretty good, cool. That's got some game. Tell me more. This is kind of the tell me more part. I think we're a health food technology company. As I said, we've pioneered plant powders. This matters. Produce produces things in your body. You don't eat enough of it. Most people don't. 7 servings, 9 servings for men, 7 for women, 10+ for athletes. Has a compounding effect over time. It does things to the body. It does good things to the body. I've been taking it for 18 years. It is my hygienic health food. It simply serves a problem between what we know we should be doing and what we're doing. These are the fruits and vegetables and berries that the company harvests, juices, dries, crushes, renders into powders, and then mixes into these various blends. And it is a think different approach. It is a food-based approach. It's not a traditional supplement. It is supplemental food. It has a food label. It is matter. It is ingredients lists, right? It's not milligram molecules, if you will. And that category of plant powders in the pantry shelf of your mind needs to be sort of distinctly different from a multivitamin. One is food and one is not food. And if that doesn't make sense, then, that's the best I got for you in terms of the what, right? In terms of say, wow, that's unique. Tell me more. The cool thing about our company is we back it up with scientific rigor. We're the most clinically researched, peer-reviewed, scientifically published health food product in the world. We got a lot of bedtime reading material there for you if you want to go down the rabbit hole and say, prove it to me in terms of objective published efficacy. We also have, a technology that grows food, right? The iPad of gardening, our tower garden. We've got 3 of them on our back porch over the summertime. Many people grow through the wintertime, but it is sort of a fish tank, sort of approach to growing food. In the context of, what we are, we're a health food technology company and around supplemental food, plant powders. We got an omega now that's just plant only, omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. We've pioneered this stuff. And we lead the world in these categories around consuming more fruits and vegetables, more plant food, growing more plants, and then on the distribution side, how do we get this stuff out into the market? And as Apple innovated distribution with music and digitally, we've chosen to innovate away from tradition and go through independent contractors, because it is one thing to get a customer. It is a completely different thing to retain a customer. And that retention has a lot to do with us out in the field around our customer care. So one of the ways I talk about us is kind of being disruptive and game changing is sort of help people understand that these are some of the companies that you all are aware of. The industries are on the left. The categories that they disrupted are on the right, looking at it here in orange. And they created some of them, all of these are categories that were created. They didn't exist before. And these companies came around and they're the market leaders. They're the game changers. They own the category. We came along, disrupted our little niche, said plant powders, pioneered that for 25 years. Now, some of these companies also work with independent contractors in the gig economy, Airbnb, Uber. We take it one step further with independent contractors. We offer a way to make actually more money than Uber and Airbnb and others that sort of work that way. And so what we sort of present is we're a lifestyle brand, we're a healthy living brand, a global brand in the healthy living space. And you can be an ambassador with us, you can be an agent with us, you can be an agency owner with us. An ambassador, $3,000 to $5,000 a year, an agent, $5,000 to $10,000 a year. If you want to earn multiple 5, multiple 6, and even multiple 7 figures, I know some of my best friends earn multiple 7 figures in our work. You can be an agency owner and revenue share with other agents. You can be a real estate agent, or you can be an agent, real estate agency owner and revenue share with other agents. Healthy agent, healthy living agency owner, revenue share with other agents that you bring in and help them develop a business. And so we are a healthy living brand, Juice Plus as an ambassador, as an agent, as an agency owner. You can start slow, you can go fast. We've got people making $10 a year and $10 a second, everything in between, and we welcome anyone. And so what I like to say in terms of this agency sort of thinking is, would you rather go out and work and earn $100 of your own income? Or would you rather be sort of a business owner, an agency owner, and earn $10 from 10 different agents that you work with? Now, you can do both. You can be an agent, have your own customer base, but then have an agency and revenue share with your tribe. Not novel concepts in business. Partnerships is good business, and it's collaborative income. I don't know another way. Collaborative income has got some game. So you can be an ambassador, an agent, and an agency owner. And look, we have a lot of fun talking about this in social media. It kind of helps people say, hey, let me kind of come back at this and think about this a different way, because there's the me money approach, exchanging time for money. And then there's the we money approach, where I collaborate with the tribe and I own a little piece of that collective output, right? And so transitioning from me to we work a lot with social media influencers, helping them. You're the message, you're the star, but what if you kind of stepped off the stage, brought a tribe together, empowered them, and let them own a piece of the American dream? That's where you can be kind of an influencer's influencer, or the doctor's doctor, or the mom's mom, helping a tribe empower, for their own self and own a piece of that. Here's are some of the, people that we work with. We've got a lot of young people. We got baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z. We've got them all. If you're into healthy living, if you're curious about eating better, if you got a passion for sort of, taking control of some of the things in your life and really going after more meaning in your life. Look, I've been at this 15 years and we've had great success. We're very blessed, but success is pretty hollow without fulfillment. The meaning derived from working with people like-minded around the world is one of the greatest blessings. We have a very interesting business model. We pull from corporate, we pull from franchising, we pull from direct sales, we pull from network marketing. And what we try to do is take the best pieces from those models. We take a corporate benefits package, a healthcare benefits package. I don't know of another company that does that, works with independent contractors and offers that. Business systems, aerodynamic efficiency of franchising, the oldest form of business that there is, personal relationships, belly to belly, direct. And then network marketing is a revenue share. There's revenue sharing, and that's not a novel idea, but that industry or that business model, network marketing, has gained somewhat of a challenging reputation for some very real reasons. And one of those, I'm going to make this distinction. I like to think of us and the way we do it as a network agency. So let me make, in the pantry shelf of your brain, the distinction between traditional network marketing and then what we do. Traditional network marketing, which is fine, it's a legitimate business model, but it tends to be what I call a buyer's club. Get other people to join the club, pay maybe a front-end load or a high startup fee, buy kind of your starter packet, and I get a commission by you joining kind of the team and the tribe. And so there's incentive for recruiting. There's a high kind of buy-in package, and it's about kind of recruiting and making money off of that purchase price. The challenge is when you ask people to spend a ton of money to join the club and then they don't make any, that tends to leave a bad taste in people's mouth. What we've done is we say, we're not a buyer's club. Let's be consumer facing, consumer driven. We got it's consumer product and plant powder. So 85% of our global customer base is only customers. They have nothing to do with our business. We have no recruiting, zero for having someone sign a $50, application to be a 1099 independent contractor with us. And we offer a full healthcare benefits package. As I said, I don't know of another company that does that. So we come at it from a bit different approach. We kind of get rid of some of the stuff that doesn't leave a good taste in people's mouth and try to lean into the things that people actually are looking for and try to be straight in how we're different. So we have science at our back. We live in this world of people, which are fascinating, kind of the art of it all, the humanities side, and enterprise, right? And so if you can stand at that convergence, it's a pretty good place to stand. We've been at this game 25 years. Many people think, oh, you guys are old, the opportunity's over. Look, Apple was 25 years old, back in the day, right? Back in 2001. Starbucks, 25 years young in 96. Nike was 25 years young in 1989. They've done awfully well since their 25th anniversary. So we're in our 26th launch year. We are just getting started. We are poised, we are proven, we are prepared, and the momentum that we have is why so many people are at a young age are joining us because they don't have a lot of baggage. They're like, cool, fun, fast, built to last. I can make money, feel good, look good, have fun, roll with my friends. Why wouldn't I do that? In the context of kind of the macro forces that are coming at us, just in terms of business, if you want a tailwind behind you, healthy living is pretty good business across healthcare, which is $2 trillion of our GDP. Wellness, call it another $1 trillion. And the food industry, another $1.5 trillion. That's $4.5 trillion just right there across healthcare, wellness, and food, right? And if you go in and start to begin to dissect some of these other, look, any of this stuff, healthy lifestyle, wanting more freedom, being able to be mentored, finding a way to grow income beyond yourself, being involved in a cool, innovative company with people you like, in a cool culture, a culture around integrity and collegiality and abundance versus scarcity. I mean, do you want more of this stuff? That's kind of the question. And if you do, cool, tell me more. Cool, tell me more. And so, look, all this stuff needs a vehicle. And we've got this little vehicle called the Juice Plus, franchise, Juice Plus agency. But in the end, it gives you a way to actually own a small little business. If you look at wealth in this country, if you look at the haves versus the have-nots, 10% of America owns 90% of the wealth. And if you study that, what the single greatest correlated factor The highest correlated factor amongst the 10% is they own a business. That's where real wealth gets created in this country, is business ownership. And the gig economy has created a way for independent agents to own a piece of the American dream. You don't need a lot of capital. You don't need a lot of land. You bring your labor. But the world is, asking you as independent free agents to solve captivating problems. And the challenge for companies today is getting their goods and services out into the tribe. Social media comes along and sort of changes the game for all of us. It used to mean, the founding economic principles of our country is, own the means of production, work the means of production, grow the means of production. And the old means of production were land, labor, and capital. Well, you still got your labor, but you don't need land, you don't need a lot of money, you don't need a great idea anymore, because we have the idea called plant powders. They're just looking for people who've got a Rolodex, got something to say in the world, want to go make something and be a proprietor. So let me just close by saying, my wife and I have been involved with this company for 18 years. We've been consuming plant powders for 18 years. It's had a compounding effect in our bodies. I'm getting ready to head off and play old man soccer here in about an hour. And I play soccer with 20-year-olds. And plant powders for me are my hygienic health food. I take it every day. I'll take it for the rest of my life because it works. It works. It solves a big problem. I don't eat enough produce every day, and it simply is there to bridge that gap. But what my wife and I have experienced is really the American dream, and we feel it is our responsibility now to actually pay it forward to those that are wanting more. And here's what I believe. I'll kind of end with this. I believe that health is one of the greatest gifts we can impart to those we care about, to impart to the next generation. It's become an adaptive trait, an acquired learning, a functional skill set. And plant powders, plant powders can be a catalyst, right? I also believe that, private enterprise, cornerstone of the American dream. Look, I envision the next 25 years as better than the last 25 years. We have tremendous amount of momentum. We've got a lot of business to do. We want to stay in our lane. And I envision, an army of people. Many of you are kind of tuning in for the first time. Learn more. Get with the person that invited you and poke that bear. Come to our events. Meet us in person and get your question answered. I had to marinate in this conversation for about 2, 3, 4 years before I jumped in with my wife because I was intellectually ignorant. I did not know what I did not know. And with that, let me just say, my wife and I, we are passionate about inspiring healthy living, healthy leading, healthy giving, healthy earning, more healthy living, fill in the blank, than we've ever been. And with that, I will leave it on the field of play. God bless. Have a great night.